listener, do you like scary movies? What's your favorite scary movie? Well, Jay and Mike like scary movies too. You should go and subscribe to their podcast, We Watched a Movie. Because if you don't, I'll gut you like a... Well, I think you get the idea. Enjoy yourselves while you still can.
This episode is brought to you by the Slash and Cast Podcast Network. Learn more at slashandcast.net.
We are live right now. We're live.
Oh my God, there's so many people. I thought we were going to have more time to cuddle.
I'm not finished yet, John.
Jesus Christo. Jesus! Cheetos, Jesus.
Can you guys see us? Can you hear us okay? Is the sound good? Is the video good? Because this is a new thing, you know. Ah!
I wasn't ready for it, but I went along with it.
Joshua Ayers said, "Hey, Mark."
Hey, Mark.
I think he was talking to Mark Norman. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
I did not rape her. I did not. Be careful in that first minute. What's up, Mike and Todd and Ant and Troy and Joshua and Mercurio and
Mike
Todd
White.
and Dave?
1 to 10. How many mushrooms did you have? 1 to 10.
It's a Wednesday. It's a school night.
So we had 3.
Jeez.
3 represents hump day. Third day of the week.
Hey.
Yes.
Shake it 3 times. You're playing with yourself.
It's true.
And I'm playing with myself.
I shake it 4 or 5.
If there's one thing you can count on, it's for me to pleasure myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite line from the Iron Man series.
I've been talking to you on the phone when you've been doing that. It's disgusting, but I've recorded it.
Your voice gets me going. What do you want?
I can't
what do you
help
want
it.
from
I know.
me?
But I mean, I did record it and then played it back later on when I rubbed myself with baby oil.
Division Game says, guys, ready for the Evil Dead game reveal tomorrow. I did not know that was happening tomorrow. We should have done this tomorrow.
Evil Dead game?
Evil Dead the game.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
It looks awesome. I want to touch it.
Hey, Greg, you sexy fuck.
Noxu cow.
I got so crazy with it. Greg, I'm sorry. So, guys, we're going to talk about The Conjuring today.
Yeah, and how real it is.
Yeah.
Every single movie, everything that happened was real. You got to believe Ed and Lorraine Warren because they were old.
The thing is, I wanted to make sure you guys understand. I mean, at least the people that were coming out negatively disliking the video. We were talking about the goddamn movie.
Right.
We weren't talking about the real Ed and Lorraine Warren. We were talking about the goddamn movie. Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, they could sell me fucking anything they wanted to. They could take a pee in a bottle and say it's lemonade and I would buy it and drink it because those are great, incredible actors and actresses. Yeah. But that movie sucked a donkey ball in the camel. In the camel desert.
Also,
it just sucked. The movie was bad.
Also, I happen to believe that the original Ed and Lorraine Warrens were full of shit. But that being said, Vera Farmiga, magma, hot liquid magma.
Vera, I want you to sit on your face, or I want you to sit on my.
Vera and Mr. Patrick, or whatever his name is, they were awesome. They're awesome actors. No hate against them. But yeah, the original Ed and Lorraine Warrens, in my opinion, I think we disagree on this a little bit, were total con artists. But hey,
yeah, you believe in the paranormal, or you don't believe in the paranormal. And like we had said before, you have experiences. I can't duplicate them. You might have had a personal experience with some kind of paranormal event that you talk about that I wasn't there for, Mike wasn't there for, nobody else was there for.
I'm not saying that everyone who's ever had a paranormal experience before is full of shit. I'm just saying that the Warrens were full of shit.
Yeah, so they might have been, but I don't know. Plus, they got some cult shit that I don't want to fuck around too much because I don't want to go to hell.
Smack that Annabelle doll in the face.
I dare you to.
I would do it.
I will not have that in my home. I will not.
I'll smack the doll.
I'll fuck it in the mouth. But yeah, all we were talking about, though, specifically, that we were just critiquing the movie. And I feel like a lot of people were going after us and saying that we were attacking everyone that had a paranormal experience, which is absolutely not true at all. So I just wanted to clear the air there and make sure that fart smell isn't hanging in the air for us all to have a good time tonight.
Very true. Very true. Hey, we got our first super chat of the night. Thank you, Mercurio. 84th super chat, Dad. Says, just watch your Fear Street reaction, and I'm excited.
It looks good, man.
We
were excited.
It's gonna be fun.
Sure.
R-rated. R.L. Stein? Are you kidding me? It's what we fucking asked for. When we talk about, we were the kids growing up reading the Goosebumps books or watching Ninja Turtles or Batman or whatever the fuck, for them to come out with a property like that and make it R-rated for us as adults now is the smart play, and I feel like we'll all see that when Fear Street releases.
Dude, I had... I remember I used to collect all the Goosebump books and I read them, and then Fear Street came out. And it was too scary for me. Because it was actually a lot... the Fear Street series was supposed to be a little bit more hard-edged.
Yeah.
Over the Goosebumps, and I was like, I can't read that shit. Okay, what do you want me to have nightmares, lady? Give me Dead House, Goosebumps #1. Give me Dead House. Give me Something's in Your Parents' Basement.
I never. To be fair, I collected multiple Goosebumps books, but I never read them.
They look good though.
I collected them for the covers.
Yeah, but sometimes that's okay because I mean they look good.
My dad will get pissed about that.
Do you remember that store Prescott Books back in town when we grew up?
Yeah.
Dude,
the movie theater.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, there was a place called Prescott Books. It smelled great in there. Holy shit! It's time for a breakdown. Never gonna get it. Gonna get it. Yeah, but the Prescott Books, I used to buy Goosebumps there, dude. It was a bygone time, but yeah, it looked really good, and it actually looks really interesting. If you guys noted that we did talk about, it does seem similar to American Horror Story, and at least what they want to be, and I feel like exactly, like that's what it's going to be. I think it's going to be like the American Horror Story times 10, better than the last bullshit seasons that we've gotten lately.
I agree, Joe. I agree. And also, American Horror Story is doing something cool too, where they're continuing the American Horror Story, but now they're going to do one shots. They're going to do a season of like American Horror Stories, and they're just going to be one shots, which is smart for them because they can't fucking carry a narrative past like 3 episodes.
Dude, I was really what was that 80s one called?
1984.
1984, yeah, 1984. I was really I was betting all the biscuits on that one, and it just didn't turn out.
Mark my words, dude. The American Horror Story spinoff that's going to do one episode anthologies will be standing, and AHS, the original thing, will get canceled. I think that what's going to be left standing out of those two is the spinoffs because they're so good at one episode. But when they go to 2 and 3 and they try to carry the story, they always fuck it up. So that's my prediction.
I feel like, again, what I would have done toward the end, at least when you got to I don't know how many seasons there have been of American Horror Story, but toward the end of American Horror Story, I would have tied it all back to the first house, which they tried to do, but I would have made it more of a complete, like, Lord of the Rings. Like, there's a final bad guy that you got to take on, and his name is Patrick Wilson, bitch. I don't know, something crazy.
Cool in what they did, but we've got a super chat here. Got a super chat from King of Evil Ganondorf Dragmire back once again.
Don't you dare steal the Triforce, Ganondorf.
He says, "Hey guys, long time no see or speak or whatever. I apologize for not being around. The stream's just been busy with a surprise I'm going to send you. I'll be around every now and then."
Is it the Master Sword, you son of a bitch?
Is it your dick?
No, dude. Listen how Ganondorf would talk. Hey guys, long time no see or speak or whatever. I apologize for not being around in the streams. Just been busy with a surprise. And I'm going to send it to you. I'll be around every now and then. Tell Link his days are numbered. Hey, Ganondorf, man, I love you. I love his name. I love that fucking name.
You know today is 69?
Is it? Let's do it.
It's yeah. So today, in honor of 69, Jay and I are going to 69 on the couch.
Actually, for 2 dudes, it'd be 68.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
What is the deal with that?
I don't know.
All I know is it's 6/9, 69. And by the way, we only have 3 of these to go. We've got tonight, we've got Friday night, and we've got next Wednesday night, and then we will be off the grid for 10 days.
Mike's going to finally have his sexual reassignment surgery, and
wait.
he has to go away for it.
Yeah, I'm going to get
I've noticed that his Adam apple has gotten small.
I've been getting prepared, getting ready. We're going on vacation.
It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. Don't worry, I definitely will keep the OnlyFans account updated. Mike's going to send in snapshots.
You'll get your spread butt cheeks.
Yeah, the spread butt cheeks are going to come in. Or butt cheeks. The butt cheeks are going to come in. And then also, Mike's going to be sending pictures via Instagram that I'll download and put on the OnlyFans account. So you guys are not going to be missing that. By the way, what I do think
lots of dick smacking.
What I do think that we're going to play tummy sticks.
That'd be our OnlyFans. Like, this is my dick. Jay's going to smack it.
Yeah,
like, this is Jay's hand. Smack.
And then you'd have like weird like
I'm gonna smack your dick.
It'd be like 8 millimeters, like smack it harder. But the weird thing, like,
what are you into, man?
What I was gonna say was, what you should do is you should bring the laptop with you just in case the Halloween trailer does drop while you're gone.
No, I will have one with me. I'll probably have Katie. Yeah, we'll have Katie's Mac, which I don't know how to use, but I'll figure it out. But no, I guarantee you guys, I almost guarantee it. Like, I said this on Twitter a couple weeks ago. Everybody's got their sources, and they all know when the Halloween trailer is going to come out. All I'll say about that is this. I can guarantee you that the Halloween trailer will come out between June 18th and June 26th or whatever. The dates that I'll be on vacation is when it'll come out. That's when the first trailer came out. That's probably what will happen. And if it does, I will do that. I will do that.
Yeah,
if that
just bring your
trailer
laptop.
I'll be on the fucking beach, butt naked on the nude beach.
So nasty. But I was like, I'll bet it smells like swamp ass, and you picked your butt and smelled it. But
it's
I'll
the humidity.
Hey, dude, I'll tell you what. But I don't believe that at all, Mike. I feel like it's going to come out in July.
Probably.
And according to people that are in the industry, they know. So it's going to come out in July. So you have nothing to worry about.
I don't know. All I know is that when we talked to Chris Nelson, he was like, I don't know when the fuck it's coming out. I'm like, if the guy who did the special effects of the film doesn't know, I don't feel like anybody knows.
Not to name drop or anything.
No, and by the way, we're not talking about anybody specific. I heard it was going to come out in May, or it was going to come out in June, or it was going to come out in July. It seems like everybody knows but us. But, you know, what are you going to do?
Carrie Crownless says, so apparently crossing swords mean nothing to Mike and Jay. Actually, lady, we invented crossing swords.
That's just how we pee.
We used to do that all the time. Yeah, we don't want to pee alone in the bathroom. Are you crazy? Girls go with each other all the time to the bathroom. It just happens that Mike and I started that trend.
Just because we're jerking each other off while we pee.
What does it matter? Is that weird to you? My God.
Ryan Ballmer says Mike was on vacation in 2018 when the trailer came out, June 8th. Yeah, it was my brother-in-law's wedding. We were in Wisconsin. But now technology's better. We're used to live streaming. So if it does come out while I'm on vacation, we will do it.
Faux show.
But yeah, no, tonight, speaking of Halloween, there's some fun stuff to talk about. You don't even know about this yet. You don't even know!
I bet I do.
You don't. Do you? You fucking piece of shit. I swear
By the way, just really quick, Joshua Ayers, thank you so much for your super chat. Says, I am super faded, and I can't read the rest of it. I am super faded. Take this money. We will take it, sir, and we will put it in the waistband of some stripper. I promise you.
He's faded at 9:10 p.m. on a Wednesday night.
I'm kind of faded, but sir. I feel all right. Think about making my move tonight.
Em still says they love tummy sticks. Let's play tummy sticks. Mike White Jr. says, it's my dad's birthday today. Mike Sr. 6'9", dudes.
Oh,
can I get a shout out for him from Loomis, for Mike's dad? Well, I guess we have Mike Sr. because Mike's Jr., so it's got to be Mike Sr.
Mike Sr. Did your son does illegal drugs? Holy shit. You need to take him by the shirt collar, shake him up real good, and put a belt over his lips and say, let me tell you something, Mike Jr. Don't ruin the family name. Stop it. Anyway, I hope you have a happy birthday and many more after this. Blow out all the candles and make sure Mike Jr. stays off the giggle bush.
What's up, by the way? Our mods, Shanae,
we got a lot of
in
people
here tonight. Vanessa's in here. I love you guys. King of Dragon says, also forgot to ask, what's your favorite number? Mine's 666. That's not a number. I guess it is a number. And I have a link in my dungeon, and I got the Triforce of Power back again.
You lie!
My favorite number is 7.
You will never rule Hyrule.
I just made that up.
Yeah, dude, I swear to God, the people that don't know Legend of Zelda are like, what are these two fucking geeks in the back of the comic book store going on about?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Hyrule, dude, like Legend of Zelda.
Oh.
The Master Sword.
I fucking no idea.
Ocarina of Time.
All I know is it was gold.
Epona song.
It looked cool. The case looked cool.
Looked
I was always too stupid to play it. But some Halloween news, and not really Halloween news, but we got to talk about it. We just gotta fucking talk about it, man. Is this from Dread Central? They came out with this story, and Corey Feldman is in the Halloween news, people. Feldman told...
Are the secret wolves after him?
the wolf pack.
Or the wolf pack. I thought they were the secret
wolves. He's got to scream about it in all caps so that you know he means business. He says, Feldman told Dread Central that he got a call from New Line at one point, I don't know when, who said, we want to meet with you and talk to you about doing a Friday the 13th thing. Do you have any thoughts? And based on that early idea I had for Jason versus Michael Myers, I said, well, yeah, I like the idea of Jason coming back and looking for Tommy Jarvis and having that whole H2O kind of vibe where it would be me coming back playing my original character for the first time as an adult, Tommy Jarvis, and the fight between Tommy and Jason. So like do Tommy versus Jason.
It sounds like a Power Ranger episode.
But wait, there's more. He says, or you could add another layer to it, and you could bring in Danielle Harris from Halloween, and she could reprise her role as an adult, and I could reprise my role as an adult, and how cool would that be? Is that not the wet dream of every horror movie fan from the 80s?
Corey, I think that's your wet dream, sir.
No!
I think you want to roll around the sheets with an adult Danielle Harris in the acting scene. I don't blame you for that, and you were trying to use the script to get that fantasy to happen, but that would be terrible. I think that would be absolute dog shit, and here's why. I think that what you got to do with Friday the 13th is you got to get back. Honestly, if I were going to do Friday the 13th, I would do a sequel to the remake in 2009.
Yeah.
Because that remake was great anyway. Yeah. I think it was awesome. Obviously, you're not going to be able to get Kane Hodder back anymore, but the dude that played Jason in that, what was his name? He was fucking awesome, too. He was such a...
Which movie?
Kind of looked like that. And that remake.
Tyler... No, not Tyler Mane. The other fucking guy. Derek Mears.
Derek Mears. He's such a nice guy. Awesome dude. I would get Derek Mears back and do a direct sequel to the 2009 sequel and move from there. Bringing back Tommy Jarvis versus Jason... the original Corey Feldman. Look, dude, I know that your careerbuilder.com is not getting a lot of hits anymore, and you're just trying to get some, you're trying to do whatever you can do, but I just don't really want to see it.
God.
And I like Corey Feldman. I like Corey Feldman a lot. I loved him in that movie with the vampires and Kiefer Sutherland's great hair. Lost Boys, I thought he was great, but I think it's time to move past that now. Like, the time is already spent. And by the way, you throwing in Danielle Harris in there, dude, I watched that. There's a show where, like, this dude, he invited them all over to have a pajama party or whatever. It's like horror, stay after dark
With
horror.
Corey Feldman?
No, not Corey Feldman, with Danielle Harris.
Oh.
And, she's very adorable and she's very cute looking. And I understand why
She's married, Jay.
It doesn't matter if it's acting, it's acting. Like, if it's in the acting world. But either way, I think it's, aside from that, I think it's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea.
It's a terrible. Can I just?
Someone said, I say.
That's.
He looks like Michael Jackson running around during the Dangerous tour.
All I'm trying to say is, like, I love Tommy Jarvis, and Corey Feldman as a child actor.
I do like her.
Was great in that movie, and Danielle Harris was great as a child actor and as an adult actor for her part in Rob Zombie's Halloween. But you imagine like, hey, the brand new Halloween, Jason versus Michael. It's like, sorry, Corey Feldman.
You know what he looks like? He looks like he's trying to sell you weed, but at the same time, he wants to teach you how to paint on weed. He looks like
Mark Wahlberg when Steel Dragon didn't work out, and he came back with "Your colors are beautiful."
He does kind of look like that. He also kind of looks like that guy that used to be the manager at Rite Aid when you first started out of high school, but he's done something better with his life, and now he's actually working as a nude poet.
Look, no disrespect to Corey Feldman, that's cool. Like, it actually looks good. We're just making a joke. What I'm saying,
yeah,
though,
be careful
is that,
because the Spiral Sky Project said cute guy. I mean. So, yeah,
all
you like that?
All I'm saying though is man, Halloween has way past the deep sequel fucking Halloween 5 territory now. They're making like legit full on movies that are doing box office numbers. For anybody that and I get that people love their older horror icons, and that's great that they're able to keep their careers going and doing the conventions and stuff like that. But for the people who think that they could actually make that movie happen, Danielle Harris, sure, I think she should have a role in some of the Halloween movies. I think that would be really cool. But to have, first off, Michael versus Jason, we've said this 1,000 times. If Michael and Jason ever face off in a movie, it is the end of both of their franchises for at least 10 years.
It's done.
Because once you get to that jokey point, like Freddy versus Jason, as fun as that movie was, once you get to that jokey point where we're just going to fucking Mayweather Logan Paul this bitch, the franchises are done. You're going to have that movie, and then it's probably over with for 10 years until slashers make another rebound.
I've been using a new product.
But if you bring back Corey Feldman as he is today with all the stuff going on, no, it would not. No, it just, no, it can't. No, ever.
Tommy versus Jason, again, it does
live in the now.
It sounds like a terrible Power Rangers ripoff. It doesn't even work. And actually, it's funny because Tommy was the Green Ranger, Jason was the Red Ranger. It makes sense. But either way, look, dude, Michael versus Jason, as you put, if you go that route,
get the net.
It's over. That's the last.
And then you put in Corey Feldman.
No, dude, that's the Staples easy button. It's
tonight on Sugar.
Hey, how can we make money? Staples easy button. Let's have fucking Michael fight Jason. It'll work.
Tonight on the Horror Amino app. Yeah. We've got Halloween Michael versus Jason.
Produced by Fox News. But no, it's not going to work. And again, I do appreciate the hustle. Because I do think that Corey Feldman is hustling right now, and I like it, okay? But, look, when you've known a lot of manipulators in your life, and you can spot a guy from a mile away that's trying to say, hey, what's under the card? What's under the card? And then the guy palms the fucking thing. You know this guy. I'm a hustler.
Quick on the draw.
Yeah, that's what he is. But
and no disrespect to Corey Feldman. Of course he wants to do that movie. And I totally get where he's coming from. Zero disrespect to him at all, to be honest with you. But just the way the article reads from Dead Central, wow, I mean, can you imagine how badass this movie would be? Some fan needs to get on this ASAP.
Yeah.
And guys, I love horror fandom. And I love that these horror conventions happen and stars from 80s horror movies can go and they can meet their fans and they can sign autographs and all this stuff like that. But I think that we're getting a little bit stupid if we actually think that we're gonna go get these stars from the past and be like, we're gonna make legit movies and people are gonna flock to theaters to see Corey Feldman and Halloween versus Jason.
Yeah, and again, I do want to reiterate the fact that we are Corey Feldman fans. I mean, as far as his body of work that he's done in Hollywood, I mean, we love The Lost Boys. He did awesome in Friday the 13th Part 4. He did great in fucking the Goonies. He was great, but at the same time, like, the idea of him coming back as an adult Tommy should have been done years ago. And now I think the boat has sailed. I mean, yeah, you could probably do that story. I think it would be fucking terrible. And I mean,
a fan film. You can make a fan film.
Yeah, and I'm not just saying that because, he premiered with his band on the Today Show or whatever the fuck it was. And he was like Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs, like talking weird. Like, I don't know. But I don't feel that's a good idea at all. I'm sorry. And I think it's also...
it's almost insulting, like that. For me, and this is where it comes.
I think that if we were hanging out with Corey Feldman at a bar like in Lexington, he was like, "Bro, here's what I'm thinking."
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, "Dude, bro, like me and Mike will get on Instagram right now and support you." But we would never do that. Like, it's a great idea drunkenly that you're talking about in your garage as you're smoking pot and drinking beer, but as you actually speak it, you're like. When you're sober or like normally, you're like, nah, man.
And Michael Trapson, hey, what's up, Mike? By the way,
hey, Michael
he says, hey, yeah, Thom Matthews had that wave as adult Tommy. Like Thom Matthews doing the fan film, fucking crushed it. That makes more sense to me what they did there than like, we're gonna bring back, that is it. The only reason that I'm even satirical about it, because I get where Corey Feldman's coming from. Like, of course he would love to do that movie. Yeah, of course he would. No offense at all to Corey Feldman. But I think it's insulting almost when you go to horror fans and like, man, horror fans are gonna go crazy about this scoop, man. They're gonna want to see Corey Feldman because they worship Corey Feldman, and they're gonna get. Like, I'm like,
whose mom are you talking
about?
Guys,
these are like, if you bring that to the fucking head of Fox Studios or whoever the fuck, they're gonna laugh you out of the building. They're like, is that the guy that just had the weird like documentary that came out? Like, shut the fuck up! Get the fuck out of my office, Lloyd! Shut the fuck up!
Where are the ice wolves from the shadow that's supposed to attack me? If I hire him, he's gonna say I'm a part of the ice wolf pack, and then I'm a subset off the actual wolf pack that's gonna kill him. I don't know. The thing, and again, I do want to definitely say that we are fans of Corey Feldman. I don't want to get fucking hit with a legal thing or anything.
For his movies, for what he's doing now, I don't understand. Like, it's the all caps like, guys, you gotta get to my website right now. I got a special deal. That whole thing, I'm like, you're out there, buddy.
Hey man, I paid money to go see your fucking like live stream that you were gonna expose all these people in Hollywood, and it fucking crashed. I was like, God damn, he got me again.
All I did was refresh Twitter and like watch the shit show go down.
It was so bad.
A fucking mess. But I feel like sometimes it sounds mean to say and I'm not talking about Dana Harris because I think she could have a part in the Halloween universe, but it sounds weird to say, but I think that sometimes we got to look and be like, hey, these guys were great in their time. All right, Corey Feldman did some amazing things. He did more in the movie industry than we'll ever do in our entire lives, and he had some really cool childhood roles. But like, when it comes to like the fandom for like old horror movie stars, I think some people take it way too fucking far. Like the people with like the Tony Moran thing, when he came out and said all this fucking homophobic, awful shit, and he talked shit about all these people. There was people out there like, he's an amazing man and he's a legend.
Oh, dude.
He's a legend. And I'm like, he fucking showed his face for 2 seconds in a movie. Why are you treating him like he's fucking Goldie Hawn?
This motherfuckers act like he was Harry S. Truman telling, bomb the fucking shores of Germany. I was like, this guy literally said the most heinous shit you could say, and then he didn't double down. He tried to apologize in the most like innate
fictional characters.
The real guy tried to apologize in a way that literally it was written by fucking it was written by Helen Keller. She didn't even know the words that she was like. The motherfucker was reading from Braille, and he wasn't even blind. It was terrible. By the way, Egg Shin did say, "What's sober?" I don't know. It's written on an Egyptian hieroglyphic somewhere. I don't know what that is. What's sober mean? I don't even know. But yeah, as far as we're concerned, it's a terrible idea.
Yeah,
it's a bad idea.
Horrible idea. And no offense to him for bringing it up. The people that I'm laughing at are the people that are like, yeah, Corey Feldman, our hero.
If
put him in a Halloween film.
And I would 100% agree. If Halloween were dead in the water and there was no hope for it whatsoever, and Friday the 13th is pretty much dead in the water right now until they get their legal issues resolved. But if Halloween was like that too, I'm like, yeah, absolutely, like pump it up. but they don't. It's not that case. So to even think about doing that is fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's I think it's cool that these people have all this love from this past movies, and I love that.
Well, I mean,
but some people take it too far, and it's almost insulting when you're like, horror fans are gonna freak the fuck out. No, they're not.
But here's my thing: where was Corey Feldman back in the day? You know, where was his love for the franchise back then?
Oh yeah, ask him if he wanted to do that while he.
You know what I mean? Like when his star was hot, where was he then?
Fair enough. That's a good point too. Queen of Evil Cinder Dragmire is here now, and they say I'll let you read it in your weird Legends of Zelda voice.
Well, it's Queen now, so I have to change it up. Hello there. I suppose you should remember me, the wife of Ganondorf. Right now, I'm in a bit of pain because I cut my ankle from a razor blade I was shaving with before I decided to pop in. How's your night/day? Is Mike and Jay?
Are you in the bathtub?
Did you try to rhyme it, you secret thief of the Master Sword? That's really you're an accomplice of the secret thief. My day's going good, except that I heard that your husband has the Triforce, which is, by the way, this is shit.
What are you talking about?
The Triforce, dude. This is getting so Dungeons and Dragons. I feel like we're playing characters now. It's like you will never take the tower as long as Paladin J stands in front.
That hurt. Don't lie. I heard that. It sounded like it hurt.
It kind of did.
Okay?
Yeah, I burped a little bit when I did it. And then on my left side is Sorcerer Mike, who will shoot lightning bolts from his wiener hole if you dare take a step.
I ain't got no STDs.
Well, not what I heard.
Clean as a whistle. Checked her out myself.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Scramby eggs.
That green goo doesn't mean anything. I'm clean.
But yeah, that's that Halloween story. I think it's stupid as hell. But you know, it's worth talking about because people are talking about it. So
yeah,
what are you gonna
do?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when
you gotta go with it, man?
When Wham Monday Morning Brew runs.
Hey man, it's crazy shit. It's like Rob Zombie's making the Munsters. Corey Feldman wants to come back and do his own spin on Michael versus Jason. Let's get to it. Who's got the bonfire going? Let's get the natural light and fucking ice.
Hey man,
woo,
let's go there.
You guys ever seen Idiocracy?
I saw that once.
You didn't like it?
Nah, but I was too stupid to understand.
Well, it makes sense. Like in the world that we're living in today, Idiocracy is actually perfect.
I was like, how do y'all feel about that though? Like the fact that like, and honestly,
I didn't do that to be. I was doing that because I thought I had something in my teeth. I was like, I want to try to do LL Cool J, where he's like,
How do you guys feel about that? The old, you know, horror stars from the 80s and whatever, like they all get their appreciation, like they all like they do the conventions and they do all that stuff, but there's also another layer beneath it where people are like,
you have to pull the trigger.
They're talking about these people like they are fucking James Bond, like they are fucking Sean Connery, like they are fucking like, and like, oh my god, can you believe that girl that got killed in the first 10 minutes of Castle Fuck Fart City is fucking like
the ones that are like Jack Black and Steve Zahn and Saving Silverman.
Yeah,
like Neil Diamond, like, yo, you calls fans.
Yeah, can we chill out? Like, yeah, and I'm not talking about the people that are nice and appreciate it. I'm talking about the people that go to these conventions and they were in a movie for 5 minutes and 26 years ago and they're like, no pictures, please. I'm like, God, shut the fuck up.
I kind of feel the old guard, I guess you would call them, like those celebrities back in the day that did like some really awesome, amazing performances in the horror movies that we have all come to love and appreciate. Them coming back later on after their career has kind of fizzled out for all intents and purposes, and they're making their living doing conventions and signings, which there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to dog shit on them, but them coming back and saying, yeah, it'd be great if I was in a fucking movie. Of course you are saying that because you have no fucking jobs coming in. Like your monster resume looks like shit. Your career builder is going nowhere and nobody wants to hire you because you refuse to fucking work at Hallmark signing, viewing cards. I think it's interesting. I think it's fascinating. But the hardcore fans, they fell in love with the characters, but I feel like they fell in love with their body of work.
No.
Like Corey Feldman was one of those guys for me anyway. He was great in the Goonies, like I said. He was a great actor. He was an awesome child actor. But as far as him coming back now and doing acting, first of all, I saw the Lost Boys sequel. It was fucking dog shit. I mean, it was fucking terrible. I mean, it smelled like shit before I even fucking hit play.
Last time I saw him act was when we were at Scarefest and he came over the loudspeaker and was like, hey, Corey Feldman here, come by my booth. I'm only in for another hour. That's the last time I saw.
I think his
work.
best performance was Donatello in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
By the way, why didn't he get more love for that? That's what I'm talking about, though. Like, you go to these conventions and you've got fucking D- list stars that were in Power Rangers Megaforce 2, but the Chinese version, and they're sitting there charging $65 for autographs for people. I'm like, I think it's hit a fucking head, guys. I think we should chill the fuck out on who we're, like, praising to be these people, because then you got people who were in one movie once and they turn out to be huge, racist, homophobic, fucking, or just plain assholes. Forget all the other stuff. And then it's like, we gotta stop putting the pussy on a pedestal.
By the way, Mike means we meant Japanese Super Sentai.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Why?
Yeah, no,
you know how people are.
Anything like trailer trap, white American trailer trap. Like, that's what it's not this. It's not that specific thing I'm saying.
But
what
no,
I'm
you're
saying
right. I
is, though,
agree
it's
with you.
like, I think that some people take it a little too far. Like, hey, I'm happy that I'm here. I'm happy this convention invited me here. It's cool. I get to meet my fans. They get to meet me. But then some people get a personal connection and they're all like, oh my God, this chick who died 30 minutes into Friday the 13th is a fucking celebrity superstar. And it's just, I don't know. It's almost insulting. Am I going on a rant here? Am I going too far?
Kind of, but
maybe I feel like I am.
But I'm going with you, and I'm marching down the streets and saying, "Let my people go." That's also from a Disney movie. Anyway, the Moses movie. Anyway, I don't want people to get all offended, but the thing is, yeah, I agree. I think that you fall in love with a particular character, and then you carry the torch for too long. And then it's like, well, look, there's no reason why they need to be in the actual, they don't need to be in the movie. And then people are like, well, why the fuck not? They were important to the whole integral part. I'm like, why do you say that? Like, if Mike and I were in a movie and we had really memorable characters and people came up to us like, hey, man, I loved you guys' character. I wish you guys were in more shit. It's like, we got fucking brutally murdered. We're not going to come back. But that's also my argument can go to Matthew Lillard, who I love. You're dead. In Scream, you're fucking dead.
Nah, he can still be alive.
Nah, bro.
And that guy's a fucking star.
All
right, I'm not talking about the Matthew Lillard.
No, but I'm saying Matthew Lillard is one of those guys in Scream. You're fucking dead. You had a giant tube TV that's probably 400 pounds
still
dropped on your fucking face.
Totally made it.
Anyway, okay. But anyway,
and again, what I'm talking, it's not these people. I constantly see articles like that, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh my God, horror fans, get ready to lose your fucking mind." And it's like,
I feel like they're written by people that don't really watch horror.
Or it's cool. Like, I have no problem with these people getting these props, but some people they take it a little too far, and it's almost insulting as a horror fan because it's like, you guys, actually, we don't care. Well, actually, I don't want to see Corey Feldman. Like, he played a kid in a fucking Friday movie. That was cool.
But you made a good point.
I don't want to see a movie about it.
You made a good point. Like, in a fan film, it works.
Fan film, sure.
Yeah,
I
think that's great. But it kind of goes back to, and again, I know that she wasn't given a fair shake at all, and I agree with that 100%. But it goes back to the Danielle Harris argument. The thing about what you got to look at is Danielle Harris was in 4 and 5, like as Danielle Harris,
and she was the star of that fucking movie.
She was great.
Well, next to Loomis,
she was awesome. Yes, she was amazing. Danielle Harris was rocking the shit out of it. But when you get to 6, the character of Jamie Lloyd died. Now, whether or not you want to believe that or not, the proof is in the pudding and not Bill Cosby. It didn't get spiked. She's dead. That character is dead.
Well, if they did H2O it, though,
Well, yeah, but I know, but that's
Friday's never done that.
Here's the thing. If you're going to go and do that, with Halloween 2018, Halloween 2018 is trying to reboot the whole thing anyway.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Jamie would have already been admitted in the new film or in the new timeline by Laurie that she had a daughter, which would have been a great twist for sure, that she had a daughter outside of marriage or something that she hadn't spoken to. Like, even just a tiny little, soundbite.
Yeah.
She was like, hey, by the way, I did have like when she was having the interview with the 2 journalists and she's like, I did have a daughter outside of wedlock, but I haven't seen her in a long time. I think I named her Jamie.
And Danielle Harris, she was just in a Quentin Tarantino movie.
But
she's a working fucking actress.
Right. It's the same argument though. It's like that character's dead.
Yeah.
Like it depends on, but maybe Halloween's, well, maybe because Corey Feldman could also say like there's so many. Well, no, actually, Friday the 13th has one timeline.
Right. Well, except for the reboot, yeah.
Well, other than the reboot, but it has one consistent timeline.
Right.
Halloween has multiple timelines.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird, but yeah.
Either way, it's no from us, dog. Gary Callow says, heard so much BS about Batman, it's funny. Now, first it's Robert refuses to work out, and then it's Matt wants rid of Robert, and then Robert bangs Zoe, and then the movie's terrible, and now Matt choking chicken on set. I didn't hear that Matt was jerking off on set, but if he was seeing Chloe and Robert banging on the
I'd jerk off to it. Yeah.
who wouldn't?
And I'd take pictures, but it would never leak
What are
on
you
the
gonna
internet.
do?
But look, I don't know what's going on with the Batman with Warner Brothers. That I did hear that. I heard that the executives watched it. They thought it was fucking terrible. And then I also heard that the budget is inflating. Somebody said that it was going to be the most expensive movie in history at this point. Like, they had already gone through $400 fucking million, and the executives were pissed because it didn't look good, it didn't sound good, or it wasn't acted well, or whatever the fuck is. But I feel like some of this is just smoke, dude. I feel like it's smoke.
Too many rumors.
Yeah,
like
I don't know. I look.
It's just one guy being like, dude, what do you want me to say next?
I know
what do you
that-
want me to say next? I'm gonna call TMZ. What do you want me to say next?
Trust me,
Come
bro.
on. All right,
Trust me,
I'll
bro.
fucking say it. You don't think I'll say it? I'll fucking say it. I'll say Matt Reeves is jerking off on set. You want me to say it?
Yeah,
I'll
say it.
fucking do it.
Say it.
Give me the phone.
Say it.
Give me the phone.
Robert Sega. Robert Pattinson is one of those guys. There was a lot of hate for him when he took the role. I think he's going to be a good Batman, dude. I really do. I know that there's a lot of people out there that don't like the idea that Sparkly Boy from Twilight Zone is going to do it. Or Twilight, I should say. But the thing is, he's actually a good actor. If you've watched him in other films and stuff like that, he's actually a very accomplished actor. He was doing that shit for money, which we all would do. Look, you're going to suck a dick for $1 million if they tell you to suck a dick. So he did that. I feel like this is almost like a smear campaign against Robert Pattinson, because they're like, oh, we're going to make Robert Pattinson look as shitty as we can. There was the same shit that was going on with Ben Affleck. The same shit that when Ben Affleck was cast, everybody lost their fucking mind.
Dude, I think it's just some guy who works on the set who's talking like, we got this covered, or one of those outlets, and he's like, we fucking tell him next. There's too many stories for them all to be true.
Yeah.
Unless this movie comes out and it's like Batman and Robin, then I'll be like, oh shit, dude, I think all those stories were fucking true.
Yeah, but there's no way. I mean, based on the trailer alone, we already know that they're going to go for a 7 type of
And the
deal.
trailer looks
And actually,
badass.
the other rumor that I do believe that came out that said that in this film, Batman loses. I'm like, I could see them doing that. Since this is an alternate version of Batman that's not connected to the DCEU like Joker, they can go out on a limb and really make it fucked up. Like, maybe Batman sacrifices his life to take down the villain. And I'm like,
I'd like that.
I know, but I want more of those stories. I want one of those one-offs. But yeah, I feel like this is just hate for Robert Pattinson, man. Like, and again, I'm not a Robert Pattinson, like, I'm going to go march the flag for you and cuddle your nuts.
I don't believe these rumors at all, but I maintain the choice to change my opinion when the movie comes out.
Well, I don't
if
think
the movie comes out and it's dog shit, which I don't think it will be.
Yeah.
I think it'll be great. That will be really funny. The Spiral Sky Project. Why do you gotta have names that are hard to say? The Spiral Sky Project says, I saw what you did with that banana, Mike.
That sounds like a fucking NASA project that was put in the Black Ops.
Hey man, I ain't falling for no
Spiral Sky
banana and no
Project.
tailpipe.
Like the Spiral Sky Project sounds like they sent a beam to Mars and they found out that alien life lives there and they're gonna attack us.
Sounds like a VOD sci-fi movie. Michael Travis said, I met Kane Hodder, Tom Savini, Shelley from Friday the 13th. There's a lot of people in there. Harry Manfredi at a strip club. I literally stood by Kane Hodder tipping strippers.
That's the kind of guy I
point.
like. I like that guy.
That's the point. When we do the conventions that we do, and you go to the VIP parties and you hang out with these people, they're just regular people.
Yeah, dude.
And like Kane Hodder is different because that guy fucking went through a bunch
did,
of shit.
man.
Like he's gone through. He's one of the greatest.
That guy deserves all the praise.
Right, like he's
Yeah.
not one of the greatest actors of all time, but he's one of the greatest stuntmen of all time. So
Yeah.
like his thing is a little bit different. But with some of these people, like you're hanging out with them at these conventions, you're like, that guy's just like all of you guys. And that guy, and I hate to fucking say it, I hate to say it, Tony Moran went about it the entire wrong way, because the way to go about it is to be like, I cannot believe that these people give a shit about what I did. How lucky am I that these people care?
Honored.
I'm so
Yeah,
lucky. This
be
is
honored.
amazing. The horror community is awesome, and I'm going to embrace it. What some of these people do, though, is they do what Tony Moran did, and they sit back and they go, why do these fucking people give a shit? That was a movie. It was stupid. I was in it for 5 minutes. And like that's where like the hero praise gets fucking weird, right? But you had it right, man. These people are just cool, everyday people, and 90% of them are fucking awesome.
Well,
you know?
we went to Mike and I went to a VIP party one time at Scarefest before the gay nude art show that occurred at 11:30 p.m. We did see it.
That's not a joke. That happened.
Almost a gay nude art show. There was no raping involved, but there was a gay nude art show.
A lot of assless
almost.
chaps.
I didn't
Right in
love
your
it, but
face.
it was kind of like, hey, this is different. It's like I
I had a
stumbled on
great
a
time.
bonus level.
I had a great time.
Yeah, but we saw not only Kane Hodder come in, but the guy that played the original Leatherface came in, and they're just regular dudes, man. I said, hey, what's up? The guy that played Leatherface, he's like, what's going on, man? And they went down, they went to a table and they sat and they ordered drinks. They were just chilling out. But yeah, I appreciate those kind of guys, man, because you know what? First off, Kane Hodder has more claim to fame than Tony Shithole Moran ever did. Like, he actually played Jason
No doubt.
throughout the whole fucking thing,
Yeah,
and got set on fire after he almost died for being set on fire.
That guy bled for his fame.
Yeah, so I mean, fuck Tony Moran for even thinking that he's in the same league.
I'm cool with all the hero worship for Kane Hodder, because that guy.
Kane Hodder gets, he deserves all of it. But fuck Tony Moran for even being in that, or trying to put himself in that category. Literally, you have a guy like Kane Hodder who got set on fire, almost died, lost a shit ton of fucking blood, multiple layers of skin, and then goes back, and the first movie he does, one of the first movies he does, is Friday the 13th, part 6, the first time he plays Jason, the New Blood, and then gets set on fire. And he's like, yeah, that's good. It's like, god damn. I was like, man, I don't even know how you walk around with the giant fucking elephantitis balls that you just swing constantly, because that guy's a badass dude. Yeah,
got another one from your guy, King of Evil Ganondorf Dragmeyer. I mean, it's gonna get harder to say that the more I drink.
King of Evil Ganondorf Dragmeyer says, "Oh yeah, I just remembered something.
Yeah,
this is real.
Yeah,
Talio, baby. Oh yeah, I just remembered something. This is real life. Oh my god, King of Evil, what are you doing? Oh yeah, I just remembered something. This is real life, by the way. I once got possessed by Satan.
Why are you British
and
now? I lived the craziest thing that has ever happened to me, you guys.
Because what I'm trying to talk about, and you're trying to interrupt me with your tea and crumpets bullshit, is the King of Evil Ganondorf is actually British. Oh yeah, I just remembered something. This is real life. I once got possessed by Satan and lived. What's the craziest thing that has ever happened to you guys? You guys just threw, I'll ask before I go.
I shit my pants in 6th grade. We don't need to talk about
the craziest thing. Oh yeah, I was married and she cheated on everybody in the neighborhood.
Yeah, that happened to you twice. Only once you weren't married. The first one, I feel like it was a crazier story.
Yeah, I felt like I had rolled, like I had just rolled the dice of life wrong.
Yeah,
it happened over and over again. But yeah, that'd probably be the craziest.
So it's like when you almost get in a really bad wreck and you're like, oh fuck, I could have died. Hey, but I skipped that one. But then 10 minutes later, you actually get in a bad wreck.
It's like that guy was like, hey, you should play slot machines, and then you lose your fucking house. Yeah. And you're like, I should never have done that.
Let me tell you guys a quick story real quick. There is a place you can go to gamble here in Kentucky, because they don't allow gambling, but because of the horse race tracks, they have one spot called the Red Mile where you can go gamble at slut machines.
Oh, you win sluts.
It is the creepiest place ever. It's a big, huge, nice place, but everyone that's in there has a fucking limp, and they're all wearing Hawaiian t-shirts and limping around.
They're a retired mob.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
They're a retired mafia.
Weird. We went in there, we're like, okay, we're gonna spend $100 and that's it, or whatever. But we go in, there's a smoking room where you can go gamble and you can smoke at the same time.
I like that.
But as you go on through the night, the people get drunker and drunker and drunker. We only went once. Yeah, we only went once, but it was so funny, dude. We go back. First off, I'm at the bar and I'm ordering my drink, and some guy with a limp, because they all have fucking limps. I don't know what it is about gamblers.
Did he have a parrot on his shoulder?
Fucking limps. It's another wasted to get in Margaritaville. Walks up to the counter, and I'm like, I'll have a whiskey and Coke. And the guy's like, I'm going to pay for that. And I was like, why? And he was like, I'm just gonna pay for it. I was like,
he could be a good
Samaritan. I was like, I appreciate it. I was like, is that like a thing you do? Because by the way, like, I appreciate it if you are. That's cool, but I'm not gay. Just so you know. I was like, is that just the thing you do to give yourself good luck? And he was like, exactly, that's what I do. He's like, I buy somebody a drink, and then I feel like that earns me good luck. And I was like, I totally respect that. I would have also respected if you were gay, just so you know. I'm not.
I don't think anybody's like,
you're barking up the wrong tree, but I'm cool with it. I'll help you get laid because I support that. But anyways, we go through and we're going through there, and like, the more and more there, more and more people get drunk, and some guy comes out and he's got a fucking limp, and he opens the door to the smoking section. He goes, hey, he's like, I know you. You was here yesterday, wasn't
it Captain D?
He's like, you was here yesterday, wasn't you? And I was like, no, man, this is my first time here. He's like, fucking, he's like, Mazel Tov. And I was like, that guy just fucking Mazel Tov me. Like, I've never been Mazel Tov. I want to be. I was pumped about it. I was like, Katie, hit that machine right now, because we're gonna win. Because that guy just fucking Mazel Tov me.
You got to.
We didn't, but that's another story.
Yeah, the only time I did get hit on by a gay guy one time outside of karaoke bar, but he was actually gay.
Yeah.
But I was being nice. You know, I didn't know he was gay because I don't know. I mean, you know, you be what you want to be, dog. But he bought me a drink at karaoke, and then he was like, you want to go outside and smoke? I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a nice guy. I mean, he was a nice, fucking, super awesome guy. We were smoking, and he was like, so anyway, like later on, can I get your number or something? He's like,
Was this before or after you sucked his dick?
This was before.
Okay.
But anyway, I mean, there's nothing wrong with sucking dick, Mike. I mean, I don't know. You should
I
try
didn't say
it
there
one
was
time.
anything wrong with
But
it.
anyway,
I just asked when he asked you if you did.
But I mean, you're the one. Anyway,
It's
my point being,
it's a question of like, manners.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't suck his dick, but my point being is we went outside. We were
That
smoking
day.
cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was later on, maybe through the week. Yeah, he was a really nice guy. Well, you ruined my. I can't remember what the fuck I was going to say now. So I'll tell you guys that
Mouth too
story.
full?
Yeah, it's full of cum from your dad. Look, this guy likes to have old ladies give him hickeys. Okay?
You don't want to get my dad head. He's always disappointed. So I would hate to be the one.
I would
to do
imagine.
that. Yeah.
I can see his face.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you guys the story. No, I
tell the story.
No, I totally forgot it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to tell it the next. I don't remember what it was, but I'm sure it wasn't uneventful.
Then he came. Brandon Michael, thank you, buddy. He says, "Sup, dudes? Watching you guys at my new job. Great work.
Maybe
Hey.
you should do your fucking job.
Yeah, get off the fucking internet.
What are you doing?
Brandon? Jesus
I
Christ.
bet he's you know what? He's a security guard at NASA, and we're being invaded right now by aliens.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Brandon. Fuck.
Fucking.
You get your ass out there and you find that goddamn dog.
Brandon is gonna. You know what? You're gonna have your name is gonna be like fucking Brandon. Like we're gonna be
Brandon
rolled over
again,
by
dude.
Martians, and their balls are gonna be dangling in our
Goddamn
face. I'm like
Brandon.
fucking Brandon, man.
Jake Grasso says, we need a bust the Halloween 2 greatest film ever. We need a
What?
What the?
I don't
You
know what
shut
you
your
mean.
fucking. Hey, shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking mouth.
We need a
He wants
Busta?
Busta back in Halloween. He's a fucking liar.
Why don't you ask everybody just not to get over coronavirus?
Ask about me?
Hey, he's like,
Ask about me.
I think we need to have coronavirus continue.
Jonathan Mann says, time for a Jim Carrey quote off 1, 2, 3, go. Salt peanuts, salt peanuts.
I wasn't aware the Wachiti was biters. I don't know.
A pedantic bastard. On the spot, you failed.
No, I know what they are.
You fooled.
I don't want to do this. You know what? If there was a category of stupid for 300, Alex, I would take that because that's stupid. You should ask us when we're sober.
It's the claw. Anyways, yeah. No, we do that a lot, but you just got put on the spot there, and you really folded.
Well, I don't like when people tell me what to do. I'll do what the fuck I want.
Hey, you're a fucking.
I'll do what I want to do.
You do what the fuck they tell you.
No, I won't.
That's what you'll do.
I won't do it.
You'll fucking
I won't
do it, and you'll
Suck
like it.
my white ass ball.
Dante Terrell says, any Revenge of the Action movie in the future, would love to see Big Trouble in Little China, Escape from New York.
Oh my
and The
God,
Last
dude.
Dragon.
I've seen Revenge of the Action movie. Okay, here's the thing. And thank you so much for your super chat. The thing about Revenge of the Action movie, we've compartmentalized that into the channel. So we still do action flicks. We still do action movie reviews.
Yeah, we just sucked it up.
The thing about the Revenge of the Action movie channel that we tried to do long ago, in many moons ago, it just didn't work out. As far as like, you know, it takes a lot of time and effort to put those things together. So we were like, hey, it'd be better if we just rolled it in till we watched a movie. But it's still around. We'll definitely do those films, but there is no more Revenge of the Action movie.
Our action movie side is going to come out of our assholes, whether we like it or not. But I appreciate the love for that, because a lot of work went into those 3 videos.
For real. I mean, were you guys not around for that testosterone-driven argument a couple of weeks ago?
But, yeah.
Obviously.
I do appreciate the love for it, Dante, and thank you for the generous super chat, my friend. We really appreciate that.
By the way, let's give it up to 302 viewers.
Hey, we're over 300 mark in this piece of shit.
On Wednesday.
I don't know
On
why.
Wednesday.
I don't know why, but we are.
Hey guys, this is Mark Wahlberg, and I just wanted to take a second to talk to you about We Watched a Movie. They got a really good Patreon going on over there. They'll do videos for you based on any of their characters. They'll do commentaries for you. They'll do movie reviews for you. They got behind-the-scenes videos. You got 20% off of all their merch. They'll even make you your own video store card like Blockbuster back in the day. They got commentaries just sitting there waiting to be fucked by your movie ears. I'll put the link below. We gotta outrun the wind.
So we watched Loki. Just the first episode's the only one that's up on Disney Plus. We'll keep it spoiler free, and just in case you guys haven't seen it, so you don't have to run away yet. But watch the first episode of Loki, and it's exactly fucking what I feel like the Marvel Universe needed.
Exactly, man. I liked it a lot. Overall, I think that what it showcases is that Marvel is that company, man. They don't leave any loose end unattended to. Listen, bitch, you didn't go to school. You're going to have a spanking in the future. And that's how they are. Like, it's like your mom when you try to skip school. They're always going to find out. Like, Loki disappeared in Avengers Endgame, and they didn't forget that. They created a whole fucking show around that whole idea. The time variance authority is pretty much what the whole show is going to be revolving around as far as where he lands. I think they did a phenomenal job, dude. And Tom Hiddleston is great. Also, Owen Wilson pops up as the lead detective in this as well and does a phenomenal job bouncing off of Tom Hiddleston. Yeah. And dude, honestly, this isn't... I'm not trying to spoil it for anybody, but when I watched the first episode, I love time travel shit. I've always loved time travel shit. I love it when they're dealing with anything with time travel, which is all this show is about.
And I hate time travel.
But I love it. I think they're doing a good job with it. But
it sucks.
I think the next big baddie is going to be Kang the Conqueror. And I think that is exactly what they're setting this up for. Of course, they mention a few things in it that I'm not going to ruin for you. But I feel like this is a vehicle for Marvel Phase 4. I think are we in Phase 4? I guess it's Phase 4.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's whatever phase. But I think it's whatever phase we're in. The big baddie of the MCU at this point is going to be Kang the Conqueror, because it's dealing with time and how the Time Lords decide what the appropriate time is. Well, what the Kang the Conqueror is, he's literally a guy from the 26th century or something that has conquered the timelines throughout history. And he's a badass motherfucker. And I think that's what this show is introducing. Also, you look at Scarlet Witch, the dimensional, multi-dimensions and things like that ties in directly to this. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's going to be Kang the Conqueror, dude, and I'm excited. I like how the premise is.
They announced that Kang the Conqueror is going to be the villain for, I think, Secret Wars. I could be mistaken on that, but I think that they already announced he's the villain for Secret Wars, so it would make sense that led into that. But what I'll say this as a Marvel fan who's I didn't I don't think I finished. I didn't even finish all of the WandaVision show. I watched a couple episodes, and I did not like it. I just didn't finish it yet.
Yeah.
I'm just not hardcore about it. But Tom Hiddleston as Loki, he's so charismatic, and he's such an important character in the Marvel Universe that was a show that I went, I'm going to watch every episode. Yeah. Without a doubt. It's not some weird side piece thing that they're doing crazy shit with. So I was like, I'm going to watch every episode of that. And I got exactly what I wanted. I got rewarded for it, because when I turned it on, I immediately saw they tied it directly into the Avengers, right? Mm-hmm. They tied it into the first Avengers movie. They tie it into Endgame. And the way that Loki is going to be the show that really pushes the Marvel Universe forward.
Yep.
Not just with the way that they tie it in with the Marvel Universe in the last movies and all the Avengers being there, but they introduce for the first time truly the multiverse. And not only do they introduce you to it, but they literally have a how-to video, and I'll let you watch it to see how you want to for yourself. But the way they go out of their way to show a video that explains every exact situation with the multiverse. So here's the regular thing, here's the multiverse, here are the time police, and the time police are who have captured Loki. So the way they do all that shit is really smart, and you can tell from the first episode of Loki that this is where we're going. Not only with this series, this is where we're going with Marvel Phase 4.
Well,
they're gonna take this one episode. They're gonna take that, and I feel like they're gonna build the entire Phase 4 off of what you saw in this episode. So it's fucking huge.
No, well, you got to go back and watch WandaVision, because that's where they're starting it.
Will they explain the multiverse there?
Yes.
Okay.
The whole idea with Doctor Strange and the multiverse is it directly ties to Wanda. And then on top of that, they introduced a new Captain America. This is not a spoiler now at this point. Right. Falcon is the new Captain America. That goes along with the comic book. So people getting mad about it, suck a wiener. It happened in the comic books. Yes, Bucky Barnes wasn't introduced as the successor. Mm-hmm. And then, later on the Falcon. But either way, this is picking up from the strands that are left over from WandaVision and Captain America, the Winter Soldier, or the Falcon and the Winter Soldier going into this. This is where it's going to start from. And again, you got to give credit to MCU, man. The MCU really understand how to tell a story. They understand they're going to use every resource available to them to make sure they interweave every possible scenario and storyline to make the most amazing ending for their final phase. And yes, absolutely. If you look at, when you watched Loki season 1, if you watched WandaVision, and then you watched the Falcon and even though the Falcon and the Winter Soldier really kind of doesn't tie in necessarily.
I didn't watch that either, by the way.
Yeah, it doesn't really tie in, but you get the threads. The threads are there. The threads are happening. And I got to say, man, Tom Hiddleston's acting ability is fucking great. Yeah. Off the charts. And I'm glad that Yeah, it's the small screen. It's a Netflix original series, but I'm so glad they got it,
Or
dude.
Disney Plus.
Or Disney. I'm sorry, yeah, Disney Plus. But it's the small screen. He's so great. Owen Wilson is amazing as well as the lead detective in this. And dude, I'm excited, man. I got to be honest, because there's so many. The timekeepers, for example, they bring up the timekeepers, and the first thing I thought of,
I noticed them from the comic books. I remember them.
the
from comic
timekeepers.
books.
The timekeepers were in the comic books, but I can't remember if they were Celestials. And they might have been Celestials, but I'm not 100% sure of that. But then I was like, are you going to bring up Lord Kronos, which is another... he was actually the half-brother of Thanos. There's a million different nerdy-ass, geeky questions I want answered. But Kang the Conqueror, dude, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you. That's where it's coming from. Yes, they've already said that that's going to be the villain, but this is the beginning. They're going to set they're going to set the little tiny bits of evidence here. Kang the Conqueror. They're going to set it there, and then you're going to have the payoff at the end of a next Avengers movie.
I'll say this as somebody who, again, I didn't watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I didn't finish WandaVision. But for me, just the type of Marvel fan I am, Loki felt like the thing I did need to watch. Like, I needed to watch this because he was tied into the original movie I saw, the things that I really care about. I'm not exactly sold yet on the Shang-Chi, on all the other shit, the Eternals, all the other shit. I'm not exactly sold yet on that shit. But this, the Loki story I'm invested in. So I wanted to make it a point to watch this. So when I went to watch it, I was actually, dude, the entire episode was entertaining as fuck. Owen Wilson, amazing addition to the Marvel Universe. He fucking crushes it, and he's in the perfect kind of role. The world that they introduce with these timekeepers is so fucking cool, and it's so genius, and it's so smart, and it's so interesting. My favorite part, though, of the whole episode was you got to stop, because Loki's usually involved in Thor. He's usually involved in the Thor movies and the Avengers movies and all this. The fact that there's a point where Owen Wilson's sitting in a room with Loki, and they're sitting there face to face, and he's asking him direct questions, and he's forcing Loki to explain how he feels, why he does what he does, and then all that stuff. That is the kind of fascinating, personal, one-on-one, deep character, introspective shit that I feel like Marvel misses out on with their big, huge landscape. So with the fact that they're able to do this, that is what Marvel TV should be about. You got Loki in a room for an hour, one-on-one, telling you about how he feels about what he does, why he does it, and that shit was fucking fascinating. I'm gonna watch every episode of this season.
For sure.
The second it releases. That first episode was a 9 out of 10 for me. Fucking killed it.
I think you should do yourself a favor and go back and watch the WandaVision.
I kind of want to now.
Yeah, for sure.
Loki made me want to go back and watch the other shit.
Watch them. Because
especially since DC's fucking up the way it is.
Yeah, DC, you know, now we are Hulk Hogan at Bash of the Beach. We're saying, fuck you, DC. And we didn't want to turn on you guys like this. But Marvel knows where it's at, man. They understand, at least in these TV shows and what they're doing, it's a great platform and medium for them because they're able to tell small stories and have the biggest bang for their buck. And that's what they're getting out of here. Exactly. And I was only like acting weird because there's a moment when Owen Wilson is discussing things with Loki. You don't want to give too much away. You've got to watch it yourself. You don't want to.
It's deeper than the average bear.
There is a moment. There's about a 20-minute moment where they have this one-on-one situation between Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston. And not only is the acting superb, but the characters themselves are playing off each other so well. And the writing is phenomenal. I cannot wait to how far they're going to take this. And again, if it leads up to the next Marvel release, and then it's going to pick up the strand that's left from this particular show that's also being continued from WandaVision and being continued from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Man, you got to give it up for Marvel, man. And again, we talk shit on Marvel sometimes because they do make things...
it is very bubblegum.
Well, the thing about the MCU, I grew up collecting the Marvel comic books. I've always loved Marvel. The thing about Marvel is it always feels like in their movies there's no consequence.
Magoo!
There's no consequence, right? The thing is, they have these earth-shattering events, right? These earth-shattering moments, and there's no consequence. Like
there was a little bit of consequence in this episode, though.
Yes,
that's what I love.
Consequence. Like
said.
For example, in Civil War, Captain America dies in the comic books. That's a consequence.
But they're afraid to do that.
Right? That's a consequence. That's something terrible.
Yeah. It's like the Conjuring universe. No one ever actually dies.
But
they're just getting boogabooed.
Right. And I feel like, you don't want to be boogabooed. What I feel like, if you want to invest in these characters, and I feel like that brings the audience along when there's a consequence to this group of characters that you love,
Yeah.
and you don't know if they're going to survive or die. I think that's where DC was really right, because at the same time you're like, dude, I don't know if they're going to fucking Game of Thrones motherfucking red wedding these guys.
Yeah.
I think that's more fun watching it as a fan. Be like, dude, I don't know. But Marvel is always like, oh, there's always a back door.
Yeah.
Captain America, did he boink that one chick's cousin or niece? Yeah, he did, but it doesn't count. The thing is, I like this show, man, a lot. And by the way, I will say, gotta say, I'm not saying 100% sold on it, but the way that Tom Hiddleston handled himself in this particular episode, if he was the next James Bond, I'm okay with it.
I wouldn't go that far.
He's all right.
I don't know. I
I mean, Henry
Tom.
Cavill would be the obvious.
Well, yeah, but here's what I'll say about this though. Like the way that they do the Marvel Universe in this series opener is it's fascinating because it's actually a character study. They slow down the entire world and they just focus on one fucking character. It's not about Easter egg. Oh my God, 17 things you fucking missed. You have to read this fucking comic book and that thing. And it's all over the place. And at the end of the day, nobody dies. Nothing serious happens. There's no consequences, as you said. It's just all bubblegum factory pop shit. For this, it was really cool to be able to watch Loki get sat down in a room and almost like as Owen Wilson as his therapist.
Yeah.
And that was very Sopranos,
shit.
Tony Soprano, and Dr. Melfi.
I felt like he was I felt like he was therapizing me. I was like, I'm gonna tell you my secrets.
But on the outskirts of that, you know what was weird? This episode felt kind of like The Mandalorian. It kind of felt like old Star Wars, where they're introducing new ideas. They're introducing the whole time theory, the whole the whole. I know the multiverse has been around for forever, but the way they do basically the time cops in a weird way. The way they introduce that and they explain how the time and the multiple universes work. It's fascinating, and it made me feel kind of like I felt, not to that extreme, but it made me feel kind of like I felt watching Star Wars for the first time. Being introduced to new worlds, new ideas, new stuff.
Like a slow build.
Yeah.
They're doing a slow build, and they're doing it in a way that you can relate.
It's a you know what? The show's fucking great, man. I cannot wait to watch it.
The show, for me, at least this episode 1, is a 9.5.
Yeah.
Like, I really, really liked.
I'm going to bump up my 9 to a 9.5 and go there with you.
I'm going to have sex with it. If it was a poster,
I want to rub it.
But no, like here's the thing: they took an idea, Loki, right? If you're an MCU person and you love Loki, obviously you're gonna watch the show on Disney, right? But you're talking about the vanilla fan; they don't fucking know. They took a character, they give a brief background check on them at the very beginning of the show, and they get you thrust right into this weird parallel kind of idea of time travel and all this stuff. A vanilla fan might watch this, but man. The acting is superb, and I like the way the writing is going. It's like watching a fucking episode of Farscape or some shit back in the day, and people are gonna get hooked on it. I appreciate it for what it was, and I love it for that reason. And dude, I can't wait. You know what? We have D Mitch 14 says, Jay, I still think Mephisto will show up somehow. I don't know.
Mephisto.
He's gonna fist the fuck out of the whole reality. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe in a Fantastic Four. I don't think he'll show up. I think he'll be saved for a later phase. But I will say, as a fan of what Marvel's done, I mean, we are fans, by the way. Like, I know that people think that we suck Superman's cock, Henry Cavill's, like especially, and Zack Snyder's. We do. But we also appreciate and enjoy what Marvel's done.
But you know, that's what I actually want. I don't want them to go and branch into, oh my God, we need Spider-Man to fucking show up. What I want them to do is focus on the cool character and the great actor you have playing that character. Right. And I feel like episode 1 did that. And I actually hope that they stick with that and don't start introducing crazy new characters. I just want to focus on this character for a while.
So even though we like Marvel and MCU and we do appreciate Zack Snyder and Henry Cavill's contribution to the comic world overall, I really do appreciate what Marvel is doing here. Marvel is really trying. They are tying everything together, which is the argument that we've always made about DC, Warner Brothers, is that Warner Brothers DC fail to recognize so much great potential in what they have to offer, and like all these story threads that Zack Snyder left out for them, and they just like, fuck it. We're just gonna go straight into the fucking vagina, and we don't need a condom. They're not even trying to build up anything. They're not even trying to work it. DC. That's the worst thing about it. But yeah. By the way, someone said Austin said Mephisto was awesome when Peter Fonda played him. You are absolutely correct. He played him in Ghost Rider. But I still have a hard time feeling that Mephisto is going to show up. I feel like it's gonna be Kang the Conqueror, and I feel like here's the thing: when you're playing with the Mephisto or however you want to say it, it's the fucking devil, dude. It's the fucking devil. It's the literal embodiment of the devil.
By the way, in that first episode, they do touch on some religious aspects.
Yeah, but Marvel MCU owned by Disney, they're going to be real careful with introducing a villain later on in their films where the Avengers have to take on the literal embodiment of Satan himself. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be Kang the Conqueror or somebody else, but yeah, dude, overall, watch the fucking show.
I loved it, man. And this comes from two people who have been pretty much shitting on a lot of the stuff Marvel's been doing with the whole, we're done with after Endgame, and now you got the Eternals and the this and that or whatever. We've not shitting on it, but just kind of unimpressed.
Yeah.
Loki's the first, and I watched a little bit of WandaVision, and it was fun. It was fine. But Loki's the first thing that I've watched that I felt like carried the weight of the original Marvel universe, the first few phases, and I'm really excited for it, man. It was top fucking notch. Can't wait to watch
that's also
episode 2.
Tom Hiddleston is such a phenomenal actor.
He's a big deal.
He's such a phenomenal
and he's
actor.
forgotten about because they try to do too much sometimes. But I love
Dude,
the fact that they're
I
focusing on him. It's beautiful.
If they cast him James Bond, you wouldn't like it.
I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it.
You know what? I feel like Tom Hiddleston could pull it off, but I feel like he would be a really good bad guy in a James Bond movie.
No, that's true too. And someone said, Stacey James said, I love Falcon and the Winter Soldier for the same reasons. You know what's funny? I liked Loki so much, the first episode of Loki. I liked it so much that it actually makes me want to go back and not only watch WandaVision, but I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch. I wasn't excited, guys. I was fucking kind of in the dark places. I was kind of in the I don't cares.
I feel like
in the doldrums. And you know what? Now I feel like I've been fucking excited. I've been reinvigorated for Marvel. I'm going to go back. I'm going to watch that fucking Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm going to watch that fucking WandaVision. I'm going to get back in there on the Easter eggs, on all that shit. I'm going to go back into the Marvel, and maybe it's just because I'm depressed because of what they did to Snyderverse.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get back in that Marvel I'm going to get back in that fucking... You get your ass out there and you find that goddamn dog. And that's what I'm going to do with Marvel.
I feel like we're in the confessional booth at the real world.
Yeah.
And I convinced you to do it. You're like, I'm going to fucking do it, bro. I don't care if Sean tells me one more time that I'm wearing eyeliner, because I'm not. And I'll fuck him up, and I'll fuck his girl. And I'll fuck his girl,
I don't
too.
even give a fuck.
Yeah.
Slim Shady.
Y'all want some pizza? But no, dude, at the end of the day, you should. You should watch WandaVision.
I'm excited.
I'm going to be honest, though. In my opinion, I think that the Winter Soldier Falcon show was great. It was awesome. I really did like it. And by the way, I have no problems with... spoiler alert, just so you guys know.
No,
this is already known. You
I
already know
told
this.
you I was going to get back inside of it.
You already know this.
Stop.
But the fact that the new Captain America comes... Dude, I already said this. The thing is, I feel like WandaVision was better. I feel like I like the threads that they put out better, and I like the idea that she is a woman that is literally going in fucking sane.
Aren't they all? Are we serious?
Especially when they're on their period. But anyway, you never know what's going to happen. It's like, give me a pickled sandwich. What? But yeah, I like the fact that Elizabeth Olsen, at least in that, she portrays a woman that's dealing with grief and literally losing her fucking mind. And the way they explore that is perfect. You get the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Everybody loves Sebastian Stan because he's cute. Anthony Mackie is cute and he's great. But at the same time, it's like, I seen y'all's fucking chemistry. Like, I know what you guys are going for. It's great. And then you get to Loki. And, man, it's like, well, it's all been leading up to this. Loki is
it's a serious character.
It's Tom Hiddleston, dude. It's fucking...
He ain't no side piece.
Hey, look, you looking at Elizabeth Olsen, great. Paul Bettany, great.
Ain't no side piece.
You got Sebastian Stan, yeah. You got Anthony Mackie, yeah. And then you got Tom Hiddleston, Owen Wilson, huh? I like that better.
Yeah.
And yeah, honestly, you could just watch the whole season of this, and you're caught up, because I'm sure they're gonna reference everything else.
I'm gonna do it now. I'm kind of excited about it, Jay. You fucking handled that like a champion. How much you had to drink?
Nick Antoli says, you're crazy, Jay. About what? Like, what do you mean?
What did Austin say there? He said, oh my God, what are you doing? Are you doing fucking heroin?
It's that goddamn pumpkin beer.
How have I not fucking scared you
It's
yet?
stone cold.
Not even one fucking time.
Look,
I can't even get you.
This Nick Antoli beer, it fucking...
Shit.
It's numb my
it's
goddamn...
kind of depressing, honestly. All right. Well, You
Nick
win.
Atelli says you just list a lot of female viewers. Okay. Like, what do you mean?
Do we have any? No. Hey, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Even 231 of you still hung around. I got you a little bit that time.
I calmed it down. I caught it.
Still hung around.
It's like I caught a bullet, but it still burned a little bit.
The whole 2-hour stream. We unboxed some amazing shit.
Awesome.
We tried a new beer. We talked about Loki. And we talked about life.
Wait a minute. Dark Demora says, you two ever seen the animated series Invincible? Yes!
Pretty much it. Yeah, check out Pretty Much It. Our buddy Eric Striffler's channel.
And that's pretty much it.
We watched the whole fucking season in one day with him. It was a great time. So definitely check that out. Check out Pretty Much It. Also check out our Patreon because when we're done with this tonight, we're actually going to go and record 2 videos for Patreon. Sweet Alice movie review, the Boondock Saints movie review, all sorts of good stuff. All that's in the links below.
We gotta go, guys.
But thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. This has been fun as fuck.
Peace.
It's been a great time. Why are you What are you fucking
Because
doing?
the guy said peace.
No.
He said peace, guys.
Hey, look at these 2 fingers, and what I gotta tell you, when I see these 2 fingers, is I say I love 2 fingers. But what's better
Right in
than
your
2
butt.
fingers?
3.
3 fingers. 3 fingers
2
are
in the
better.
pink, 1 in the stick.
Fucking shit!
I was doing the
can't
shit.
get him.
Action says casino. Like, what does that mean?
Can't get him.
I'm not gonna watch Casino.
Can't do it. We had a great time hanging out with you guys. Love you, Jonathan Brunder. Love all of you folks. Thanks for hanging out with us
Love you
tonight.
guys.
And you know, what do you want when you get a pizza? You want pepperoni? You
Pepperoni.
want sausage?
Fucking bitch, dude. Every fucking time. I'm trying to steal myself.
I probably got.
I'm trying to have a good time,
That
and
was-
then it's like the.
to get you
It's like that fucking goddamn Halloween decoration at fucking Halloween.
to get you one time. One time for the south side. I got him, Chase. I got him in the end. I got him with that 1-2-1-2.
I'm done. I want to go pass out the corner.
Oh, fuck. I didn't
God,
get your
dude.
face. I just got your head.
All right.
Go on, skin it. Skin that smoke.
I will.
lighter.
I'm gonna fucking have a real gun. I'm gonna skin it on your face.
Love your fucking faces, guys. Thanks for hanging with us tonight.
Bye, guys.
Well, bye.